God I get tore up on that second verse. I've received nothing but goodness. I've tested. That tears me up. I've tested and tasted your grace. How many of us have been there? Where we've tested His grace over and over again, and we have fallen, and man, we have become filthy sinners over and over again in our lives. Even though He comes in and saves us and He makes us new and cleans us up, we still choose sometimes to just go back. And it tears me up when I think about it. I've received nothing but goodness. I've tested and tasted your grace. And everything was lost till I fell at the cross and got saved. Somebody in this house needs to know. Salvation, yes, you call upon the Lord and He comes into your heart and He saves you and you're with Him forever. But it's more than just a one-step process. It's about a lifelong walk with a lifelong friend that never fails you, that's always on the line, that's always there when you call on Him. No matter if the bank account's dwindling down, no matter if your circumstances keep smacking you in your face and you're a good person and you feel like all hell comes to get you, then that means you're where you need to be. Because God is doing something in your life, so why wouldn't all hell want to come against you? Why wouldn't the enemy want to try to defeat God's child? Because you got saved. So the enemy said, let me tear you down. And God said, you keep testing and tasting my grace. It's okay if you've walked away for a little bit, because I'm just going to draw you back. It's a relentless pursuit. And He loves us so much that He lets us test His grace. He lets us get mad at Him sometimes, and He never gets mad back. Now, He'll scold you when you need to be scolded. But after He's done scolding you, He's loving on you. And He's loving you through the scolding. I've not always been perfect, and I don't think I'll ever be. But God has definitely done a lot in my life this summer. It has been a hard summer. I felt like I lost myself in the midst of everything. I felt like I lost my dreams and my hope and my purpose. And when I look into the faces of my God babies, which is Rachel's children and the children in front of us, it was not easy some days to get up there and sing and to have to do that day in and day out. And I'm not complaining about what God blessed us with. It was my fault that I got lost this summer, because I chose to see my circumstance versus the outcome of what God was planting in lives. And Joanna will never know how much the testimony meant, the fact that she got what she got from camp, because that made it worth it. Because there's going to be things you do in life you do out of sheer obligation, and you're not very joyful about doing it. But what I've learned is that my joy is not dependent upon my obligation. My joy is dependent upon the Lord. And when He tells us in Nehemiah, the joy of the Lord is your strength, not the happiness that fleets from moment to moment. But my joy is constant. It is firm, just like I am. I'm a steady rock. And no matter what you're facing, no matter what you're going through, He said, Nikki, I've got this, so get over it and come on with me. Come on with me. So I continued this tug of war, and I was not planning on speaking, and you did this. And he said, you're going to preach today. I said, no, I'm not. But God, I've not been myself this summer. You can ask the two on both sides of me. I've been a definite hot mess. A very big hot mess. A lot more mess than hot, definitely. But God has proven Himself. And even though I was not, I know we've all been there, so I'll just be real honest and truthful on this. Like, I just couldn't pick up my words sometimes. Because I was just like, God, you moved me back from Nashville to Marion. I have all these dreams. And He's like, yeah, but they're my dreams. I put them in you. He's like, I got to hide you for a season. Before I open what I need to open for you to walk into. So maybe you feel like God is not seeing you where you're at and not fulfilling your dreams. Because you might be on this track to where you see your dreams unfolding and you think they're going to come a lot sooner than they are, but they're in a process. Kind of like John wasn't here before because he was here on time.
That's right. Yes, that's right.
And it's just like the walk with the Lord. He's always on time. He never fails. His clocks don't run out of batteries. They don't run off of anything man-made. It's an eternal time clock that keeps ticking whether we're walking along with him or going with him. And he's got us. And there was moments that I was just like, Rachel and Daniel and my mom was like, Daniel, I'm really worried about Nikki. And he's like, she's just kind of crazy this summer. In a good kind of way. It's just, I was stressed to the max because me didn't see what God was doing. I was more angry at God because I wasn't getting what I want. So I was kind of throwing a temper tantrum and didn't realize I was throwing a temper tantrum. Anybody else been there? The whole summer, all 5 weeks. Poor Joanna. I don't even know if she knew that was going on because she was awesome, helping me with dishes and everything. But it was just a battle. And somebody just needs to know that when you're transparent with the Lord, no matter how many times you've tested His grace, no matter even if you choose and you're a Christian and you know you're a Christian, you choose not to pick up the Word, the only person you're harming is yourself. Because that Word holds your armor. And you don't have anything to fight back with. So when your joy's dwindling, it's not the Lord's fault. When circumstances are coming, it's not the Lord's fault. It's not God's fault that sometimes we choose to be angry instead of looking at the circumstance from His perspective. Because when you want to look through God's eyes, then get in your Word. To see 2020 heaven vision, then you need to be in your Word. And God has whooped me upside one down the other. And I have tried my best. There are days, even to this moment, that I get in my Word that I still like, God, I don't even want to do this because I don't see what you're doing. And He's like, hold on. Hold on. Because I'm not letting go. Hold on, even if your knuckles are white. Hold on, even if you're on the edge of the cliff. Because I'm ready to catch you and I'm ready to walk through it with you. And just because you want an instant revelation, I'm not here to give you instant things. I'm here to give you lifelong, eternal things. Amen. Things that last forever. Amen. And the things of this world is fleeting. They're fleeting. But He is not. He is firm and He is solid. Even in the midst of our disobedience. And we've all been there. We all do it day to day. But you want to see God, then you need to look into His Word and look through His eyes. And the last thing that I just totally have gotten, and I'm still in this process, I'm learning to not be so stressed out about things that hadn't happened that I think should happen at the time I think they should happen. That's a mouthful. I'm glad I didn't get tongue-tied on that. But I'm learning that even through my life and how faithful God had been over my bills, like I still hadn't had a permanent job, and God has continued to bless us. Our home is furnished. Daniel's been living in it. I've been staying with my parents and with Rachel, and God has completely blessed us. Like most soon-to-be newlyweds don't even have a house that big, don't even have the things furnished in there with furniture and curtains. And you may think I'm getting a little silly about it, but I looked at the walls and I said, God, we don't even have a blank wall because you blessed us that much with stuff to put up. My daddy built us furniture, and God wants you to thank Him for the little things, even if it's the curtains, the shower curtains, the washers, the dryers, because He's a good God. And when you start praising Him for the little, then you'll start seeing the big, because the big can't be entrusted into you until you appreciate the little that He's given, because little is much when God is in it. Little is much when He's in it. And so if you have a dream, you have a calling, you have a doubt, you have a fear, little is much when God is in it. And when there's more of God, there's less of the things of this world. And when you feed your spirit with what God has for you, you can't receive what the enemy's throwing at you because you are completely engulfed in the mercies and goodness of God, because He loves you that much, because you fed yourself with the good things that He has. He is good and He is faithful. And I just feel in this moment, we should just open these altars, and if you need to be reminded of God's faithfulness, He's got some God mail waiting for you while you get on your knees. He's got it. And if you don't hear God, then that's your fault, because you choose not to hear, because He's still doing something in the silence. You say, well, if you're silent, God, then how can I hear you? Well, you're not listening. When I'm silent, I'm trying to get your attention. And my theme verse over and over again, my mama laughs so hard, is be still and know that I'm God. And it truly, and I told y'all this last time, translates, shut up, Nikki. I'm God. And some of you may need to know, and I no disrespect for saying that behind the pulpit, but shut up and know that He's God. Be quiet. Enter into what He has for you. And I know that Daniel's getting ready to lead us into this song, and he's got a little something to share. But it doesn't matter what kind of song set we had in order. It matters what set God had planned for today. So if we will all just close our eyes for a minute. God is heavy in this place. God can move because of obedience and honesty. God can't move if we continue to try to mask. You keep running, you keep going to the things that make you unhappy when you know that it's an endless cycle of unhappiness, when you've got a constant joy waiting on you. And it may not be meant for you to come to the altar. It may just be meant for you to just be embraced in your seat right where you're at. But God wants to speak to you. He wants to talk to you in a love language that's so personal that only He knows it. He wants to romance you, men and women, because He will be the only one. Your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend cannot feel your soul like the Lord can feel your soul. His love is like no one else's. And maybe your marriage is struggling, and maybe you're going through some things that you shouldn't be going through, that you feel like you shouldn't be going through, but it's because you've not been putting God first. And yeah, there may be circumstances that are happening around you that are out of your control, but continue to be faithful to God, and He's faithful to you even when you're not faithful to Him. And you'll see Him move in the things that you need Him to move in. Your circumstances have no more hold of you than you allow them to. And if you feel lost, then say, God, I need to be found, and I'm found today because I choose to look to you. Because His hand's always been there waiting. God, I ask that you, as you give us this moment of revelation, and as the altar is open, and whatever you're speaking into every person's heart in this room, pour down heaven, whether it's they get the gifting of the Holy Spirit today, God, or whether they just realize how much you love them for the first time ever, or they're reminded of how faithful you have been in the past, no matter what the bank account says. No matter what the bank says that's in their account, you are more faithful. And God, you can match what pastor matches, because you're God. So let us not be doubting, like doubting Thomas. Let's not say, God, you have to show me those wounds before I believe you, because He's already laid it out as a table prepared before us, and He's got it there, and He's trying to welcome us in. And He says, I've given you an invitation that you can come and receive. I've already set the table, and my table is spread for many, and what you long for and what you lack has been in front of you the whole time, because I am the Lord thy God, and I have your right side, I have your left side, I have when you walk forward, I have when you go backwards, I'm above you and I'm below you, and I've got you, and my table is set. You are welcome in my home. You've not done something too bad that I will not love on you, feed you, take care of you. I care for the birds. Do you not think I care for you greater than that? My love is not complicated. It is a simple kind of love. Because it was so free that I gave you my prized possession so that you could have my love. Church, the altar is open. Don't walk out of this house today without receiving what God has for you. It may be salvation, or it may just be a moment of silence to where He embraces you and rocks you. But don't be lost anymore because you choose to be. Stop questioning and start saying, God, I'm going to follow. I'm going to walk, because your answers are going to come in right on time.